possessing an extremely cinematic and nostalgic face. With both Asian and European features and a natural acting talent, John Lone easily conquered the hearts of millions of audiences. Throughout his career, he did not participate in many projects, but all of these projects achieved incredible success and left behind enormous cultural values. John Lone was raised in an orphanage and later adopted by a woman from Shanghai. At age 7, he was sent to train in the style of the Peking opera at Hong Kong's Chin Chu Academy. Although the training and learning process here was extremely harsh, he learned the skills of singing, dancing, and acting, all necessary to become a theater actor. With his flexibility, quick adaptation, and excellent performance under pressure, John Lone later impressed many directors, producers, and even dance studios because they were so impressed with his dancing skills. Despite being noticed by a major producer in Hong Kong and offered a 10-year contract, John Lone chose to perform in the United States and was supported by an American family. The American family provided the young man with the opportunity to study acting, dancing, and sword play at a school in California. During this time, John Lone joined a theater troupe and starred in David Henry Hwang's play F.O.B., a play about Chinese refugees facing racism from the Californian community. John was given the opportunity to direct and star in the next play, Dance and the Railway, about 2 Chinese workers caught in a strike while working to build North America's first transcontinental railroad in California in 1867. The 2 impressive performances earned the new actor a prestigious Obie Award. His success on stage paved the way for the young John Lone to enter the film industry. Iceman, 1984. After his success on stage, John came to the attention of film producers, and his first major film was Iceman in 1984. The film tells the story of a prehistoric Neanderthal who is found frozen in ice by an Arctic exploration team and is subsequently revived by scientists. The scientists study this Neanderthal, naming him Charlie. Charlie struggles to understand the modern world and longs for his ancient home. Anthropologist Stanley Shepard develops a compassionate bond with Charlie and advocates for his humane treatment, opposing other scientists who view him merely as a specimen for experimentation. Charlie is placed in a simulated natural environment, but becomes increasingly distressed by captivity and scientific tests. After a series of conflicts, Stanley helps Charlie escape into the Arctic wilderness. Year of the Dragon, 1985. The protagonist is Stanley White, a decorated and tough New York City police captain who is assigned to Chinatown to crack down on Chinese organized crime. White becomes embroiled in a violent conflict with Joey Tai, a ruthless and ambitious Chinese-American triad boss who is rising to power and disrupting the existing criminal order. White's mission strains his marriage. He also develops a complicated relationship with Tracy Tzu, a local TV reporter, who becomes a target of the criminals. In the fight with Tai, White suffers great losses as Tai's men rape Tzu, kill his wife and an undercover cop. In the final violent showdown between White and Tai, Tai commits suicide after being wounded by White. Year of the Dragon was a big step in John Lone's career. Director Michael Cimino had great confidence in his ability and assigned him the role of triad boss Joey Tai. The role required John to constantly switch between Cantonese and English, and to portray a character that was both fierce and powerful, but also gentle and delicate, which earned John a nomination at the 43rd Golden Globe Awards. This role also opened the door for John Lone's illustrious career in Hollywood. The Last Emperor, 1987. Director Cimino recommended John Lone to his longtime friend Bernardo Bertolucci, who was casting for The Last Emperor. Bertolucci met John Lone while casting in Los Angeles and chose him as Puyi at first sight. John Lone portrayed Puyi at different stages of his life, from an 18-year-old to a man in his 60s. Speaking of character Puyi in the film, He was the last emperor of China's Qing dynasty. At age 3, Puyi is unexpectedly crowned emperor after the death of the previous ruler. He is confined to the vast Forbidden City. Despite his imperial status, he is powerless, unable even to leave the palace grounds. As he grows, Puyi receives a Western education from his Scottish tutor, who broadens his horizons. After the fall of the Qing dynasty, Puyi remains a figurehead within the Forbidden City until he is expelled in 1924. He then lives in Japanese-occupied Manchuria, where he is installed as the puppet emperor of the Japanese-controlled state of Manchukuo. His life there is marked by decadence, political manipulation, and personal tragedy, including his wife's addiction and infidelity. Following Japan's defeat in World War II, Puyi is captured by Soviet forces and handed over to the Chinese Communists. He undergoes re-education in prison, gradually renouncing his past and embracing a new life as a common citizen. The film closes decades later with Puyi visiting the Forbidden City as a tourist. To prepare for the role of Emperor Puyi, John Lone read many books and documents about this emperor. He also returned to China to learn more about this emperor. Thanks to John Lone's outstanding performance, the last emperor became a global phenomenon, bringing his name to the pinnacle of fame. That year, the film won 9 out of 9 Oscars it was nominated for, including the most prestigious award, Best Picture. M.Butterfly, 1993. Although the film was not a commercially successful film, from a cultural and heritage perspective, M.Butterfly has marked John Lone's name among the most talented actors. The film follows René Gallimard, a French diplomat stationed in Beijing, who becomes infatuated with Song Liling, a captivating singer in the Beijing opera. Unbeknownst to René, Song is actually a man performing a female role. René is drawn into a secret and intense love affair with Song, who is also an undercover Chinese spy tasked with extracting intelligence from the French embassy. René romanticized Western notions of the submissive Oriental woman, influenced by the opera Madame Butterfly, blind him to the truth about Song's identity and intentions. As René rises in his diplomatic career, their relationship deepens, with Song maintaining the deception, even claiming to be pregnant to protect the secret. The affair lasts for years, during which René remains unaware or in denial about Song's true gender and espionage activities. Eventually, the Cultural Revolution intensifies, and René is recalled to France, where he is arrested and tried for espionage. During the trial, Song appears and reveals himself as a man, exposing the elaborate deception. The film ends with René imprisoned and devastated, performing a poignant final act for Madame Butterfly. Based on a true story about China's greatest spy, Shi Peipu, the film gave John Lone a very unique acting opportunity. When playing a man pretending to be a woman, John scored points with the audience with his genderless beauty, along with his top acting ability when successfully portraying the gentleness, flexibility, tenderness, and loveliness of an Asian woman. After M.Butterfly, John Lone participated in several more films with antagonist roles, such as the last descendant of Genghis Khan in The Shadow, the leader of the ninja cult in The Hunted, a corrupt cop in Rush Hour 2. His most recent film was War from 2007, co-starring Jet Li and Jason Statham. Although he is no longer active in the entertainment industry, John Lone's legacy lives on. His legacy is defined by his groundbreaking portrayal of complex, emotionally layered Asian characters in Hollywood at a time when such roles were rare. His performances in films like The Last Emperor or M.Butterfly remain iconic benchmarks of sophistication and depth, earning him global recognition. Throughout his career, John Lone challenged stereotypes and paved the way for more authentic Asian representation in Western cinema.